Our next speaker is incredible. She is an internationally acclaimed DJ and producer who's based in the UK. Yes. And she was born Florence Otedola. Otedola. Florence Otedola. Cuppy, as she's known and as I call her. She started her music career as a teenager and has built a reputation as one of the foremost DJs in Nigeria. Her excellence transcends music. Cuppy is an ambassador for Global Citizen and Save the Children. The welfare of young people is at the heart of her work to empower young people to realize their potential through education. And it is my honor to invite Cuppy right here to the lectern to deliver her remarks. But before she does, I know that you need to head out, so please a grand applause for Secretary Melissa. Thank you so much. It was an honor to hear from you. Cuppy, the floor is yours.
Wow, thank you so much, Saad, for that introduction. It is so wonderful to be here. It's actually my second time DJing at the United Nations, so I must be doing something right. Is everyone excited to be here this morning? Young people, can I get a whoop whoop? Yes. Well, again, a good morning, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and my young delegates, I see you. Firstly, I have to congratulate everyone for being here today because it is an achievement in itself. Peace Day 2023. I was so moved by Michael Douglas. You know, peace really begins with us, indeed. And I want to let you know there is something you might not know. Being here today is not by chance. It is a testament of who every single one of you is and what your values are. Because being here means that you're taking action. And being here means that there's something unique and special about each of you that indicates that you can make the world a better place. You can actually be a change maker, and that is pretty epic. I got a wonderful introduction already, but as mentioned, my name is Cuppy. I'm an international DJ, philanthropist, and most importantly, I am a fellow student. I would not be standing here if not for my education. And I may not seem that cool right now, maybe, to a couple of, our youth delegates, but I've made some pretty litty moves in my career. I've interned for Jay-Z. I've been on the Forbes 30 Under 30 twice, filmed MTV Cribs, but the coolest thing I've done by far is speaking to all of you today. You see, I have a deep passion to make an impact through education. My devotion to education is what my foundation, the Cuppy Foundation, is all about. I started it 6 years ago, and I feel like if SGD4 had an official mascot, it would be a giant cupcake with my face on it. I value education so much that at 30, I have 3 university degrees. One of them, actually, perhaps the most difficult, being from New York University, NYU, right here in this city. And let's just say I might have completed my thesis backstage at Coachella. It seems I have mastered the art of multitasking. But education is everything. It has paved the way for me to develop and grow my confidence. You know, I was a young Nigerian girl with local dreams, but education has allowed me to become a woman with an international vision. And it's not just about the academia, it's actually about developing the discipline and the skill sets to deal with real life. Because let's be honest, life can be tough and can be quite unpeaceful. Talking about real life, in 2019, I went to Borno State in Nigeria, a place that the United Nations has actually noted is an epicenter for violent extremism and terror activity. And I was frightened. A young girl came up to me when she saw me looking anxious. And I'll never forget Miriam because I asked her, Miriam, if you could be anything, what would you be? Is it a DJ? And she said she would love and she would wish to be a boy so that she could learn. And that really broke my heart. We need to protect, support, and empower girls like Miriam. Because, everyone, we know youth empowerment brings so much to the table, but do you know education can build the table? So let's ask ourselves and our international community, what are we actually doing for girls like Miriam? You know, moving back to Nigeria after my master's in NYU, I realized so many women are getting by without having education or formal skills training in their craft. And I saw this as an opportunity to actually contribute. And today I'm so proud my foundation supports young people by accessing and giving them education tools. We have projects that support over 50,000 Nigerian children. And most recently, we've partnered up with Oxford University to provide scholarships for students, for African students. But how did we do all this? It was just by starting, and that's the truth. It's just taking that first step. So I want to challenge each one of you, just one thing, just start. We can do something meaningful. It does not take millions of dollars or millions of social media followers. It just takes an effort. You can find what your gift is. Doing what I love, being able to be here speaking and DJing, is unparalleled. It makes me feel alive. And supporting schools on tour has shown me the real strength of music and what I can do on the decks, but also off the decks. So I'm excited for everyone throughout today to find their own gifts and see how they can use them. How can you contribute to peace in the world through SDGs? What is your first step? How do you start? Is it something you do by yourself? Is it something you do with your friends, with your classmates? Remember, the best way to make an impact, to make a difference, is to start. So I would love to thank the United Nations for this invitation. It has been an honor. Happy International Day of Peace to all of us. And remember that peace begins with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Cuppy, for those incredible remarks. And I know that you all are probably like, why did you bring a DJ who's not DJing? You will hear from her, so don't worry. Thank you, Cuppy, for sharing your inspiring work and everything you're doing to advance SDG 4, quality education, and SDG 5, achieving gender equality. And thanks for also welcoming us with those Afro-beats. Those were fantastic this morning. Whoop, whoop. One more round of applause for DJ Cuppy.